Alright, so we're starting off chapter 12. We're doing intros to solids. We're going to be looking at three-dimensional shapes, and the entire chapter is finding the surface area of every solid. So we got to get through a couple terms. Let me draw a 3D shape here for a second. Let's go with the, no, let's not do a square. Let's do a rectangular shape. So if I take this and then let's duplicate it, and just for preference move it there and connect these edges. Whoops, should have drawn this ahead of time. So now we've got a 3D shape, and what we're going to do is we're going to call this a square prism. Oops, that's still alright. Alright, so a square prism, and the reason I'm saying square prism is we're going to call this top side and this bottom side squares. Okay, so the top and bottom are squares. The four sides around the sides are going to be the faces. So the base is the top and the bottom of the shape. They are the same. Bases are always the same. Whatever's on top matches what's on the bottom. Now in a prism, really bases are everywhere, but we're going to look at just the top and the bottom. The lateral side faces are all the ones that connect the two bases together. Lateral faces. And then all the edges are what's actually touching. So an example of an edge is right there. Okay, where two faces or face and a base meet. So a cone. Cone starts out with a circle. You've seen a cone before. It has one base and it has one lateral face. And in class we're going to be taking this and actually constructing it, so you'll see what that lateral face looks like when we open it up. A square pyramid has a square on the base. Now I'm not going to draw it as a square because we're talking three-dimensional, so pick a point and we connect. Now take a notice, we have one base. Pyramids have one base, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4 faces, and the four lateral faces are four triangles. They're triangles because it's a pyramid. Pyramids will have triangular faces, whereas a prism will have rectangular faces. A cylinder, you've seen it before, it's a can, it's got two circle bases and then one lateral area connecting it. Two circle bases, one lateral area. Triangular prism has a triangle base, has another triangle base that matches, and then it has the pieces connected. So two triangle bases and three lateral faces. So now why do we have three lateral faces? The reason we have three lateral faces is each base has three sides. If it was a rectangular prism like the first one I drew way up here, it has four lateral faces because the bases have four sides. Oops, wrong one. Okay, so when we go to a hexagonal prism, we're going to have a hexagon. Let me try my best to draw this. So we've got a hexagon, and then we have the same hexagon up here, and we connect corresponding spots. There's still two bases. That's not bad. Still two bases, but because it's a hexagon, there's 6 lateral faces. So, what type of shape has 8 faces and 2 bases? So because it has 2 bases, I have to answer prism. Because it has 8 faces, that corresponds to the number of sides on the bases. Octagon prism. What about 4 faces and 1 base? So 1 base tells me pyramid. Faces tells me the type of shape on the base. That's a square. 2 circular bases. 2 bases means it's a prism. Ones that circle is a cylinder. So now we're going to talk about a net of a solid. We haven't yet, but a net of a solid is if I took, let's go ahead and go back to the triangular prism. If I took the triangular prism, it's what if I cut it open and laid it flat? Okay, I've got 3 rectangular faces that are connected. 1, 2, 3. And then on the sides, connected to the bases, are my triangular bases. So the net of a triangular prism looks like this. If I did the net of a hexagonal prism, I'd have 6 rectangles. So I'm going to take a shortcut drawing the 6 of them. Oops, need one more. And then I have 2 hexagon bases. I just always choose to put them near the middle. You can really place them anywhere on these sides. 2 bases, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces. If I took a square pyramid, I've got a square base, and I have 4 triangles that are connected to that square base. So now that we've seen how to draw a net, let's go ahead and go back to this. Sketch the net of the given solid. So the base has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So it's a hexagon, and it's a pyramid because it comes to 1 point. So let's draw a hexagon. And then we're going to draw the faces, or the lateral faces on each end. There's a different way to draw this. This is the easiest way. Distance to the center of the base, the apothem, is 12.1. Each one of these is 14, and the height of each triangle here is the 20.9. So we have to be able to label it and represent a 3D shape in 2D. So remember, when drawing a cylinder, 2 circles, drawing a cone, 1 circle, connects at a point, connect the 2 bases.